Hey, what's going on, guys? Batman 1999 here, and I've got some free time today, and I'm going to cover the Funko Pops I got from Mom 1978 and my grandmother for Christmas. Thank you very much, both of you. These are a lot of Pops to cover. I probably will just show you what they are in this video and review each of them individually. Now, some of them are characters that need to be reviewed at the same time, so I'll review those together. Otherwise, let's get started. Okay, I already reviewed Trump on this channel, but I brought him over here to show you that I got the other two candidates for Christmas. Got Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. Now, do I like either one of these two people? No, but it is nice to have the complete set. So, and we also got a droid from the Rogue One, thanks to Nana. Thank you very much. I really like this. This is pretty cool. Then I got Doctor Strange. This is Benedict Cumberbatch's version from Mom 1978. I got Shaun and Ed from the Shaun of the Dead series. These two are exclusive Pops, so I will review them together. I also got Cthulhu. This is from the books line of Funko Pops, which is really cool. I would have never expected Funko to make a version of Cthulhu, but they did, which is really cool. Next we have Maui from Moana, or Moana, however you want to call it. It's Moana, Moana. I'm not sure exactly how you say it. Let me know in the comments. Well, you can't. Just never mind, guys. Just never mind. If it's Moana, put yes. If it's Moana, put yes. Or no, or I don't know. You guys figure it out. Anyway, this right here is the TARDIS from Doctor Who, and I got this, and I am really excited to review this. I also got the Doctor. I didn't get him off the shelf, but he is up there. I might review the Adipose I got. I don't know. And I also got Harry Potter from my grandmother. Thank you very much. You might remember my grandmother from In the Kitchen with Kay. If you guys haven't seen that episode, be sure to go check that out. It's actually kind of funny. And guys, I finally got Rick. I got the portal gun version of Rick from Mom 1978. This is a Hot Topic exclusive. I love this thing. Thank you very much. And I had Morty a while back, and Mom 1978 got that one. Now, she also bought the version of Rick with the flask in his hand, but I'm not going to cover that because I really just need these guys. So, you know. But yes, guys, that is all the Funkos I got this year for Christmas. One of them you guys already saw, which was Donald Trump. And you guys saw Morty. I didn't review him, but you guys did see Morty. So, but yes, guys, I'm going to be reviewing each and every one of these figures individually. The ones that would be reviewed together, I'll go ahead and show you guys. When I review them, I will review this with the Doctor, because I haven't reviewed him yet. I'll review the two Democratic candidates together, Bernie and Hillary. I'm also going to review Ed and Shaun together. Doctor Strange will be by himself in a review. This will be by itself, which was the droid. Harry Potter, I don't have any other figures, so he'll be by himself. Donald Trump's already been reviewed. Cthulhu will be by himself. Rick and Morty will be reviewed together. And Maui will be reviewed by himself because I don't have Moana yet. Moana or Moana, I don't know, guys. I'm from the South, so my pronunciation of things will be off. But yes, guys, I just was giving you a quick look at what they look like. But for this review, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. This is a review. Let me think here. Which one am I going to review first? which one do I want to review so badly that we're going to review him. So we're going to review the Doctor in this review. So are you guys ready? Well, I am. Let's get right to this thing. Okay guys, let's start the review. This is Doctor Strange. Before we get him out of the packaging, let's take a look at this packaging, which is kind of cool. You got a cool picture of the Pop Doctor Strange here on the side, and then, like I said, this is based on the new movie by Marvel. There's Doctor Strange at the top, the logo. There's a cool look at the side, as well as the back. You can get some of these other figures. If you guys want to look at that, pause it now. If you didn't, well, I guess you don't get to. There's another cool picture of the Doctor on the side, as well as there. And at the top, nothing much going on the bottom except for the licensing purposes. Alrighty. Now, let's get this guy open. And as I've showed you guys before, opening pops is very easy. Just take the lid off. Open this. And take the figure right out of the packaging. And you can put the figure right back in, and it's just as well in condition as it was when you took them out. And here's Doctor Strange, and I'm really kind of impressed with this. It's a bobblehead. I've not reviewed any bobblehead Funkos on this channel yet, so yes. Taking a look at this, I guess I could see Benedict in there. I don't see it 100%, but I guess I see it. Taking a look at the back of the figure, they've got some sculpting details in the cape as well as the top of the cloak. And then there's the bobble. He's a rock and roll Doctor Strange. But yes, and then there's a look at the body. This is actually sculpted out pretty well. This right here's got some texturing to it. You can feel that, as well as the sculpting goes all the way throughout the cape. They really went into detail with this one, guys. I like the Eye of Agamotto. I like the way they did the detailing on it. That looks pretty good. And just through and through, it's a great figure. Texturing inside the cape as well. There's the licensing and all that on the feet. Now, in a way of the Doctor's articulation, he's not going to have a lot. Because he's a pop after all, and the pops only have the one point of articulation, which is usually just a turn in the head. Since he's a bobblehead, he doesn't even turn in the head. I guess if you wanted to, you could turn the spring around, which I wish was tighter because his head keeps moving around on there. But yeah, no articulation on Doctor Strange. And he stands at the average height that most Funkos do, which is 3.5 inches. Let's make sure. No, he's 4 inches. Wow, he's taller than I thought. So, Doctor Strange is actually above the average pop height. Now, let's compare him to some other figures. Now, here's Doctor Strange compared to another Funko Pop Doctor, the 10th Doctor, from the Doctor Who line of figures. And here's Doctor Strange compared to two other Funko Pop Marvel figures, the Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy line, and as well as Iron Man 3, the Mark 42 suit, I do believe. Let me know in the comments down below if you know for sure. And honestly, I could honestly see these guys crossing over. Now that the MCU has Doctor Strange inside of it, it's possible he might be in a movie soon with them. Now guys, I guarantee you guys are probably wondering, like, why isn't he comparing him to the Marvel Select comic version of the Incredible Hulk? Well, reason being, this is a Funko Pop review, and there's no reason to comparing him to the Hulk, because the Hulk is automatically going to be bigger, considering these are 3.75 inch scale. So, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. As for now, you know, I just went ahead and I thought, well, let's just go ahead and turn this into a Funko Pop toy haul for Christmas, and just get it over with. So, next figure. Well, figures. We're going to review all of these in one review, as well as all the figures you guys saw at the beginning of this video. It's all going to be took care of in one review. We have the Adipose, as well as the 10th Doctor and the TARDIS. Alright guys, let's take a look at the packaging really quick for these. Adipose right here on the side, front, as well as the name, and on the top. Taking a look at the back, here's some of the other figures you can get. You got a Dalek, Cyberman, and you've got the Weeping Angel, TARDIS, Adipose, 10th Doctor, 11th Doctor, 12th Doctor, and the 4th Doctor. And you can get all of these. Taking a look at his packaging, right there's a picture of him. Doctor Who logo at the top, there on the side, back of the packaging same, as well as upside down look at the Doctor. TARDIS is pretty much the same, upside down. And that's pretty much it. Alright guys, let's crack these figures open, see what they got, what they can do. Alrighty, now I think the coolest part of all these figures is probably the TARDIS. Now the cool part about the TARDIS, let's move the adipose out of the way. Let's put the Doctor right here. The cool part about the TARDIS, you want the Doctor on the inside of him. Just slip it right on. And there you go. You got the TARDIS, or the Doctor inside of the TARDIS. And it's just hollow all the way on the inside there. And it's just a plastic. That's all it is. Doors don't open or anything. It would be really cool if they did, but they don't. But yeah, that's pretty much the TARDIS. Let's just take a look at it really quick. It has your free public thingy right there, like in the show. Some of that. It says police box at the top. You know, and going around. It's just a simple piece is all it really is. The TARDIS don't have much going on with it, so let's move the TARDIS out of the way here and look at the Doctor. Now, this, I see David Tennant. I see David Tennant in this more than I did Benedict Cumberbatch in the Doctor Strange figure. I mean, I see Benedict, but I don't see it 100%. As for the Doctor here, taking a look at it, it's really, really cool. And they've got the sonic screwdriver in his hand here. And his trench coat and his tennis shoes. Now this is the 10th Doctor for you guys that don't watch the show or keep up with it. That is the 10th Doctor. And away has his articulation. He has standard Funko Pop articulation, which is just the swivel in the head. No articulation for the adipose, unfortunately, but this thing is so cute. If you guys haven't seen the episode with the adipose inside of, in the episode, go watch that episode. It's hilarious. Just type up Doctor Who adipose, and it'll pop up automatically these guys, and they're adorable. But yeah, not much going on. Paint application wise, black around the eyes, as well as the eyes themselves and in the mouth. But yeah, that's it for the adipose. All right, guys. We're going to measure these guys out. Adipose is about 3.5 inches. The Doctor is at 4. And the TARDIS is at about 7 if you count the top of the TARDIS itself. Okay, guys, it's comparison time. We're going to compare the Doctor to the Doctor Strange. And we're going to compare him to a little bit more. Here's Doctor Strange, or not Doctor Strange, Doctor Who compared to another United Kingdom character, Harry Potter. And he is our next review. And here's Harry inside of the packaging. Now, I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I enjoyed the films that I did watch with Mom 1978, and they were okay. Here's a look at Harry Potter on the inside of the packaging. That's the logo down there, as well as picture Harry there on the side and on the back. And you can get the other figures in the line. You can get Harry, you can get Ron, Hermione, Dumbledore, Snape, Lord Voldemort, and Hagrid. You can get all these figures. And Hagrid's a special edition. He's 6 inches, so. Yep, that's pretty much it for the packaging for Harry Potter. Let's crack him open. Now this figure is absolutely awesome. I love it. It's actually kind of cute. I like the whole, that's got the scar detailed on the figure itself. It's pretty cool. Then they also have his little tie detailed in there, if it'll focus. There it goes. And then you got the Gryffindor sign right there. Sculpting looks really nice on this figure. You got the cloak right there. And they also detailed his wand out a little. Not much. You got the separation. It's bigger here than it is right there. The hair sculpted nicely. But guys, yes. And the glasses are a lot like the Egon Spangler figure I have from the Ghostbusters. But I'm not going to be reviewing them. That's just too many figures to review. Anyway, in a way, Harry's articulation, he has the same standard articulation as regular Funko Pops. Alright, let's measure Harry out. In a way, Harry Potter's height, he is about 3.5 inches, pretty short. Comparing him to another United Kingdom character, the Doctor, from Doctor Who. Harry Potter is shorter, but this is the version of him from when he was a kid. And we're going to compare him to one more figure, which is another magical character, Doctor Strange. And Benedict is taller than him. So, yeah. Alright guys, let's continue on with our next figure. Sticking to the United Kingdom theme, our next figures are Sean and Ed. Alright, let's take a look at this. This is an exclusive Funko Pop box. I really like this box. Look at the way they've got the fake blood splattered on here. There's hands right there. Guys, this is a really, really cool figure. I really like this. But I love the film in general, so there's a cool look at Sean right there. And of course, his tie. Well, under his tie right there, he's got red from the pen in the movie. If you've seen the movie Shaun of the Dead, you'll get that joke. And let's take a look at Ed's packaging. It's pretty much the same as Sean's when it comes to the blood detailing on the box anyway. Same there. There's Ed written on the side. Let me know in the comments down below these guys' names. They do a lot of movies together. I just don't know their names. Alrighty guys, now, the way we're going to do this one, we got to be very careful because these are extremely collector's figures. If you do get these two, do not take them out of the box. Now, I'm going to be careful when I take mine out because you're not supposed to take these out of the box. Alrighty, we're being very careful guys. Because these are collector's boxes. Alrighty, let's remove Sean. And there is Sean. Alright, let's move the boxes right here. Well, the one. Alright, we're going to get Ed out of his packaging, and we'll come right back. Here is Sean and Ed outside of the packaging, and these are really cool figures. I really love these figures. I love the detailing on them. These are so spot on to the actors. It is absolutely hilarious that they are able to make the actors look so stylized in Funko form. Let's start with Sean, and then we'll get to Ed. Since Sean is the star of the movie, he deserves to go first. The first thing I noticed was the blood detailing. They went into absolute detail with the blood detailing from the movie. That is the exact spot in the movie where he had the blood detail on him. He's got blood here, as well as the pen stain from the beginning of the movie, which is very important. You can't have a Sean figure without red on him, mate. Then the cricket bat is what kills me. That is so absolutely detailed. It is just awesome. I love the wood sculpting. It looks so real. Now the bottom of the shoes look just as good. They're a little bit lazy on the bottoms, but no one looks at the bottoms of the shoes unless you're just absolutely reviewing it. So for this purpose, we looked at the bottom of the shoes. I've got his beard and goatee here. Looks pretty good. And his hair is sculpted out pretty good. Now this isn't too old of a Funko figure, but it is decently old. His tie's detailed out pretty well as well. Taking a look at that. That looks pretty cool. And the hair looks good. In a way, Sean's articulation, him and Ed share the same articulation. They just have the swivel in the head. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that with Ed here. Same thing. Alright, let's take a look at Ed, and then we'll put these two in comparison time. The blood detailing on Ed looks pretty good as well, right there on the side of the head. I like the 5 o'clock shadow. That looks pretty good.
Now his lip looks a little bit off to me, but I like his shirt. It says "I got wood" on it, just like in the movie. And his shovel is pretty good detailed out too. Splattered blood all over him, as well as his shoes have splattered blood on them. Really cool figure, guys. I really like this figure. And I already demonstrated the articulation with Ed, so no further need in continuing on with that. Alrighty, well, let's measure Sean and Ed to their heights. Both of them are standing at about 3.5 inches to the top of Ed's hair. Sean, so yeah, about 3.5 inches, let's say. So standard Funko Pop. Alright, now let's go with the United Kingdom theme and throw the Doctor in here. And we're also going to throw Harry Potter. Where were these guys during the apocalypse? Like, seriously. Alrighty, guys, let's continue on with the review and get a couple of more figures in here. Still hanging out in the United Kingdom, we have Cthulhu here. The reason I say we're hanging out in the United Kingdom is because it is an English author, if I am correct, that wrote the Call of Cthulhu. So, we're going to review Cthulhu next, and I am so excited to open this. I love the story. I love the character. I love the design of it. Let's see here. What it says on the back here. Now, I do believe that H.P. Lovecraft is English. But guys, let's go ahead and open Cthulhu up here. This is a really cool figure. There's a look at Cthulhu on the top, as well as there. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm already in love with this figure. It is so awesome. This thing is hefty. The weight of it is extremely heavy. And this is all vinyl. All vinyl. Just like standard Funkos are, this is all vinyl. Oh man, look at this. Cthulhu is supposed to have one of these pieces here, and mine doesn't have that. Oh well, it's okay. Anyway, guys, taking a look at Cthulhu, this is actually pretty detailed out. Looking at the top of the head, the wrinkles, I love this, guys. This is so amazing, the way Funko is able to do this. And then look at the detailing on the tentacles for his face. That is so cool. And then the sculpting right here on his chest, his abs, this fur right here. Now, Cthulhu is an alien from another world that lives in the ocean. For those of you that have never read the story of Cthulhu, and if you have not ever heard it, go on YouTube. You're already on YouTube, so while you're on here, go and look up the Call of Cthulhu audiobook and listen to it. It's going to be a pretty long story, so it'll be a long time on the story, or you can look up a summary, but it's pretty good. It's a really good story. In the way of Cthulhu's articulation, he of course has your standard swivel in the head. And for Cthulhu's height, let's go ahead and get that. Cthulhu is about 5 inches tall. Pretty tall Funko figure. Sticking with the United Kingdom, we're going to compare him to the Doctor as well as Harry Potter. Now this figure is way off in scale. If Cthulhu was actually in scale, that figure would be so big, it would probably be taller than my house. Yeah, Cthulhu is a huge being. If you've not ever heard of the character or seen photographs, it is a huge character. Now, next on our reviewing is Rick and Morty. Now, the reason why they're next is because Cthulhu is in the intro of the show itself. Now, we're going to start by looking at the back of the packaging really quick. There's a quick look at all the figures you can get. You got regular Rick, Morty, and you got the Portal Gun exclusive. And I don't know what store it is, but there's also an Evil Morty available. Blitz and Chips from the show reference. You guys need to watch it. It's really good. There's a look at Rick on the side of the packaging. as well as the front Hot Topic exclusive. Alright, we'll get a look at Rick here in a couple minutes. Let's go ahead and look at Morty here. I really like the detailing on Morty right there. There on the side. Same picture on the back. Morty on the side and on the top, as well as Rick is on the top. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and crack these guys open, see what they got, what they could do. And here's Rick and Morty outside of the packaging, and I love these figures. I really like the way they've got Morty's mouth here. That's actually a reference to the Ren and Stimpy show, a very old cartoon. The animator liked the way that when Ren would do something, the way his face would go. That's how they based this, and that's really cool. I like how they drew the eyebrows and the mouth on here. That really brings out this character, and I like the way they've got the seeds. Morty had to put those up his butt to get them through transport in one of the episodes. If you guys haven't seen the pilot episode, that's from the pilot episode. Morty, of course, has his random yellow shirt and blue pants and white shoes and socks. And the way his hair is just like Morty in the show. Yes. Morty looks like his dad. Really looks like his dad to me. Then here's a look at Rick. Of course, Rick has to have the puke on his mouth here, just like in the show. And he has his big unibrow, as well as the bags under his eyes, his weird nose. Now, I love the way that they did his hair. His hair is the piece to resistance. And they even gave him the bald spot like he's got in the show. And that really brings out this character. Now, the reason I wanted this version of Rick is the portal gun. That is the most important part and aspect to Rick, is his portal gun. So yes, guys, that looks so cool. Then looking at the portal gun itself, it's really detailed out. And then looking at Rick himself, he has his standard lab coat, as well as his blue shirt underneath. He has his brown pants, yellow belt buckle, white socks, and black shoes. Now, having a look at Rick and Morty's articulation, they of course both share the same point of articulation, which is the swivel in the head. Rick's is a little bit stiff, so I'm going to leave Rick alone, but Morty has a stiffer joint as well, but he has the swivel in the head. Measuring out Rick and Morty, they are at standard Funko height, which is about 4 inches, and Morty is closer to 3.5. Alrighty, comparing them to another figure, we'll put Cthulhu in the back there, considering that Cthulhu pops up in the show at the intro. Sticking with the science fiction theme, we're going to put Doctor Who in there. And just for fun, we'll throw everybody's favorite animated dad, Peter Griffin, in here. Now, Homer Simpson's the #1 animated dad. We just wanted to throw Peter in here because we don't have enough money to buy Homer Simpson. So, stick with the next best thing, which is Peter Griffin. Alright, going on to the next review. Sticking with the science fiction theme, our next figure is from Star Wars, the C2B5 from Rogue One. This is a pretty simple figure. It's pretty much just an R2-D2 redo. There's a look at that, as well as the other figures available. Now, Firewolf actually has this version of Darth Vader. You can get all the droids and all the different versions of the characters, and that's really, really cool. There's the Disney logo at the bottom. Alrighty guys, let's see what this figure's got, what he can do. Okay, and here's our droid outside of the packaging, and he comes with his own little display stand, which I will show off here. And the Star Wars logo is written in silver, it's where it reflects light really well. The whole display stand itself is really shiny black plastic. There's the trademarking and all that down there at the bottom. And it has pegs right there, as well as peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Taking a look at the droid, though, this is a really cool looking droid. Really like the silver detailing in here. Silver and black mixed together, and there's the blue. I like how this is flat black, and then it gets to right here, and it's really shiny. There's some more silver right there, as well as here. There's some yellow looking at the back of the figure. Pretty cool. I really like this. I like this wiring right here. It looks cool too. Now, this guy can't really pose, but what you can do is pretty cool. You can have him move forward as well as back. That's his bobble sequence. But yes, that's his way of being a bobblehead, I guess. But yes, you know, it's a pretty cool figure. I really like this. And as I showed, he does have the pegals at the bottom, so you can stand him up on his display stand. Pretty simple figure. Not a lot going on with him, but yes, pretty simple. Having a look at the height, he is about 4 inches on the display stand. Off the display stand, the figure is about 3.5. Alrighty guys, let's go ahead and compare him to some other sci-fi figures here we got, which is the Doctor, and we'll compare him to Rick from Rick and Morty, and we'll just go ahead and throw Iron Man in here, since we got some more Disney things. Sticking with Disney, let's go ahead and move on to our next figure, which is Maui from Moana. Really excited to get this one open. This is going to be a hefty figure like Cthulhu. Taking a look, there's the Moana logo right there, as well as right there. And then here's the other figures available. You would think the way that they made these figures, they would be the only two characters in the entire movie. There's another version of Maui, as well as Maui right there. There's young Moana again. There's Moana again. There's Moana, and there's Moana and the pig. And this is going to be a really cool figure, I can already tell you, because I like Dwayne Johnson. He's stinking awesome. Alrighty guys, let's crack this thing open, see what he's got and what he can do. And I was correct. It is a very hefty figure. Standard articulation isn't working too well on Maui. That's the best you're going to get out of this guy. For me anyway. With the way the hair and then this is sculpted, it's really hard to move anything around, and I'm afraid I'm going to break him or something. But I really like the detailing on Maui here. The head looks pretty good. Standard Funko Pop head, just with a little bit more detailing, and the hair right here. And the tattoos look great. Taking a look at them. Of course, he's got him taking the fire from down below, you know, and looking on all the teeth and everything. Now, a lot of people were angry because Maui is kind of heavyset kind of designed. But if anybody with a belly can move their pecs like that, and he does in the movie, like Dwayne Johnson, they're pretty skilled. And I like how they've got the eyebrow raised over the other one, much like Dwayne Johnson does. And Maui, to me, looks a lot like Dwayne. Really does. I like the detailing in his little grass skirt here. That looks pretty good. They've got the light greens over the dark greens. The browns here mixed in to give the ropes. Taking a look at the back. This thing is just highly detailed with the tattoos. But he was in the film as well. There's the copywriting on the foot. Moving around. Taking a look at the fish hook is pretty simple. They didn't put a lot of detailing into the fish hook, which is kind of disappointing, but you got what you got, so we'll live. We'll live. And that's pretty much it for Maui, anyway. This thing, like I said, is a very hefty figure, so he's kind of heavy. But taking a look at his height really quick, Maui's actually pretty decently heighted. He's at about 5 inches, much like Cthulhu is. Speaking of large figures, let's go ahead and bring Cthulhu in here. And they're about the same height. We got demigod versus god here. Cthulhu loses because Dwayne Johnson is the best. Yeah. Now, I wished I could throw my Dwayne Johnson in here, but I don't have a Dwayne Johnson. So, best we got is this. Sticking with the WWE theme, we're going to compare him to my Funko Pop John Cena. I don't have a Dwayne Johnson, all I got is John Cena, so we'll stick with that. Alright guys, the last two figures of this review is Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. The reason we moved on to them is not only because they were the last figures, but we also had a real life guy in the last part of the review just a minute ago. So, taking a look at Bernie and Hillary really quick, there's a look at Bernie Sanders on the front of the packaging as well as right there. It says vote Bernie. We didn't support Bernie. This is why I got these at Christmas and not in November, because we didn't want to support them. So anyway, right there is a look at all the figures in order. We got Hillary, Trump, and Bernie. We already reviewed Trump on this channel. There's a look at Bernie on the side as well as on the top. Take a look at Hillary. She will go first because we may not like Hillary, but it's ladies first, to be polite. So there is Hillary there. Right there's her name. There's a look at Hillary on the side of the packaging, as well as on the back and on the top. Alright guys, let's go ahead and review Hillary first and then Bernie second. Alrighty guys, here is Hillary and Bernie outside of the packaging, and these are cool. I don't like either one of the candidates, but these are actually kind of cool figures. Starting with Hillary though, because it's ladies first. Looking at this, I can see Hillary Clinton. Don't see it 100%, but I can see Hillary Clinton in there. The bags under the eyes indicate she's an older woman. And right there, Hillary is a curvy woman, so they did sculpt out curves in there. As well as the Vote Hillary sign right there on the badge, just above the breasts. Now, the skin tone, that's the one thing I had a complaint about with the Trump. The skin tone does not match on the hands and the head. It does not match at all. And looking at this, they sculpted out everything pretty decently. The feet look good. And again, the hair looks good. In a way, Hillary's articulation, same standard Funko Pop articulation with Hillary. She has the swivel in the head. Moving on, we have Bernie Sanders. Now, the neat thing I thought about the Bernie was, look at the way they did this. That is actual plastic. They have not done that on one Funko Pop I've ever seen with glasses. They actually put the plastic in there. That is really cool. Now I'm going to show you guys really quick the Harry Potter. The way they did Harry Potter, they don't have the plastic in there for the eyes, which always looked weird to me, and then seeing this, that is really cool. I wish they would have done that with him, but that's okay. That's a minor setback. Looking at Bernie, though, that's actually kind of detailed out pretty good. I see more of Bernie in this than I do Hillary in the Hillary figure, and I don't see as much in Trump with the actual Donald Trump. Looking at this, though, that looks pretty good. The bronze out for the glasses there. The hair looks good, and they got his bald spot in there. That is awesome. Then looking at all this, he's got his black suit here. There's Bernie, blue tie, and same articulation with Bernie Sanders as Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. He has the swivel in the head. Alrighty, let's measure Bernie and Hillary Clinton out really quick. Get their heights, we'll compare and end the review. Taking a look at Bernie and Hillary, Hillary is about 3.5 inches and Bernie is closer to 4. Comparing them to their other running candidate, Donald Trump. Give me just a sec. Hillary fell over. Looking at Donald Trump here compared to the others, Donald is the tallest, but that's only because of the way the hair is. Now, there's something I want to point out really quick. Donald and Bernie here share the same exact body sculpt. That's the same exact on both. Which I found that out when I got the Trump for the first time. See, they both have the same pointing motion on the same hand and everything. It's the same exact body, but they just made different head sculpts due to Bernie having a completely different head and everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to compare these guys to John Cena here. Let's move Trump out of the way really quick. And there they are compared to John Cena. Alrighty, we're going to clean everything up and we're going to end this review completely. Well guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed all the figures. I just got done putting all of them on the shelf. And guys, that was exhausting. Because the way I do it, I put them in order by their numbers and what genre Funkos they are. So if they're in the movies line, depending on their numbers, which they came out, will they come first, second. That's how I arrange them, and it takes forever because I have to take some down and then put them back up. I had to move a lot over here, which I'll let you guys see. I had to move a lot of my Funkos here. So it's really frustrating when you're trying to get everything arranged and you've got to take everything down and put it back up. But that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you liked all the figures. If you did, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Be sure to check out my friend Jeremy and Entertainment, Swift Empire, Terminator 2007, Inferior Ghost, and MLG Sans Skeleton 1444. That's it for today, guys. Peace out. No, excuse me. And have a happy New Year.